Good morning students. Today we will be continuing our next lecture of chapter microorganism. It's a third lecture. The first of all we will do some reading part, and the topic name is useful microorganisms. Microorganisms are useful in the following ways: in food and beverage industry, in making medicine and vaccine, in agriculture, in cleaning the environment. Food and beverage industry. Bacteria help us in making certain foods. Lactobacillus is a bacterium that stores milk and is used to milk curd from milk. Cheese is also made by the action of bacteria on milk. Vinegar is produced by the action of bacteria. Bacteria are also used in the production of tea, coffee and cocoa. Making curd and cheese. Bacteria is used in preparation of some of the most common foods, as we see in activity 2. Activity 2, experimental investigation, making curd. Heat some milk in a pan until it is lukewarm, 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. Add a teaspoon of curd to it and stir. Cover and leave it for 6 to 8 hours. The milk in the pan will get converted to curd. If you live in a cold place, preheat an oven to about 80 degrees Celsius. Switch it off. Keep the milk curd mixture in it for 6 to 8 hours. Curd contain a bacterium called Lactobacillus. When a little curd called the starter is added to milk, it multiplies and converted the milk into curd. Curd or dahi is also known as plain yogurt. Curd is a nutritious food. It also aids in digestion. Lactobacillus bacteria inhibit the growth of illness-causing bacteria inside the intestinal tract and promote beneficial bacteria needed for digestion. These friendly bacteria help in the absorption of minerals and aid in the synthesis of vitamin B group. In many countries, it also is available in many flavors such as fruit and chocolate. Industrially, also yogurt is prepared by adding Lactobacillus bacteria to milk. The production of cheese also starts by curdling of milk using Lactobacillus bacteria. Different bacteria are then added depending on the type of cheese being made. Making bread. Yeast plays an important role in preparation of food. You may be familiar with activity 3rd. Effect of yeast on a dough. Take about 1.5 kg of atta or maida. Put warm water in a cup so that the cup is 1/3 full. Add 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar to this warm water and mix well. Now add half teaspoon of yeast powder to the warm water. Cover the cup and leave for half hour. Then add this sugar and yeast solution to the flour. Add more warm water to the flour and knead to form a dough. Cover the dough and keep in a warm place for 2 to 3 hours. Does the dough rise? You will see that the dough has risen and its volume has increased. The yeast uses sugar for food. In the process of breaking down of sugar, alcohol is formed and carbon dioxide is given off. This process is known as fermentation. The bubbles of carbon dioxide given off cause the dough to rise. This dough can be used to make bread. When this bread is baked, more bubbles of gas are formed due to the heat. As the gas escapes, the bread rises and becomes soft and fluffy. The heat during the baking process also evaporates the alcohol. Making idli, dosa and dokla. Idli and dosa are prepared from a mixture of dal and rice, which has been ground to a fine paste. The mixture is allowed to stand for a few hours. As fermentation occurs naturally, the mixture rises and becomes sour. Dokla, a popular food item in Gujarat, require yeast to be added to its mixture to make it soft and fluffy. In this case, fermentation may not take place naturally. A manufacture of alcohol and alcoholic drinks. You have seen that during fermentation of sugar by yeast, alcohol is produced as a result. Warm water in a cup so that 1/3 full. 2 teaspoons sugar, mix well. Add yeast. Cover the cup and cover in warm place 4 to 5 hours. Now smell the solution. The process of fermentation of sugar by yeast is used in the manufacture of alcohol and alcoholic drinks such as beer and wine. One of the main differences between wine and beer production is the source of sugar. Wine is prepared by fermentation of sugar in grapes and beer by fermentation of sugar in germinating barley. Other uses of microorganisms in the food industry. Some seaweeds such as kelp are used in food in many countries such as China and Japan, kelp is a rich source of potassium and iodine. A substance called algin obtained from algae is used to thicken foods such as ice cream and jellies. Making medicines and vaccines. Bacteria and fungi are used to make medicines called antibiotics. These medicines kill or stop the growth of disease-causing microorganisms and hence are used to cure diseases. Penicillin comes from a species of mold called Penicillium. Streptomycin, tetracycline, and erythromycin are some other common antibiotics made from fungi or bacteria. Antibiotics are also used to control some diseases of animals and plants. It's a fact. Some bacteria develop resistance to antibiotics in a population of bacteria. There are some hardy ones that are not killed by the antibiotic. These bacteria reproduce very quickly and soon most of the bacteria become resistant. It is therefore advisable that antibiotics should not be taken unless prescribed by a doctor. They should always be taken in proper doses and the course prescribed by the doctor should be completed. Microorganisms are used to make vaccines which protect humans and other animals from several diseases. Diseases such as cholera, typhoid, tuberculosis, hepatitis, chickenpox, measles, polio, and smallpox can be prevented by vaccination. Vaccines consist of dead or weakened microbes. When these are swallowed or injected into the body of a patient, the body produces antibodies to fight them. The antibodies remain in the body and protect it from any future attack of the disease germs. The body is then said to have developed immunity against the disease. Vaccination is therefore called immunization. Bacteria and yeast are used in making vitamin B complex tablets. The human hormone called insulin can also be obtained from bacteria. Insulin obtained from bacteria is used to help diabetic patients whose body produces little or no insulin. So now we will do the explanation part. The topic name is useful microorganisms. That means we will study those microorganisms which are useful to us. How they are useful to us, we were going to study this. Some microorganisms, they are used in food industry where breads are made, and some microorganisms are used in alcoholic industry where beer, wine is produced, that is beverage industry. In making medicines and vaccines, like in some vaccines they are injected to the baby after the birth. In agriculture and in cleaning the environment. So we will study these two concepts today, in food and beverage industry, in making medicine and vaccines. So we will study these two and in the next lecture other two. So first is food and beverage industry. Lactobacillus is a bacteria. The name is Lactobacillus and it is a bacteria. What it does, it sours the milk. Sour means khatta. It sours the milk and is used to make curd from milk. So first point is coming. The Lactobacillus is a bacteria that helps in souring the milk and used to produce curd from milk. So means cheese is also produced by one kind of bacteria when it do some action on milk. Cheese is as well means cheese is also produced when some bacteria do its action on the milk. Vinegar, sirka. Vinegar is also produced by the action of bacteria. So you are getting the information with how different foods are produced by different microorganisms. Curd is being produced by microorganism. Cheese is produced by microorganism. Vinegar is being produced by microorganism. Or bacteria is also used in the production of tea, coffee and cocoa. So these are the first points. How microorganisms help in the production of foods. So you can mention curd, cheese, vinegar, tea, coffee. We will study this thing in detail. So first, making curd and cheese. How curd and cheese is made. That means when you add curd contains the lactobacillus. When you add curd to milk, that means lactobacillus get added to the milk. This lactobacillus will multiply in the night time and change all the milk into curd. It will convert. What your mom does at night, she add curd to the hot milk. And in curd, lactobacillus bacteria is present. In the night time it will multiply itself. Multiply means it will grow in number. It will become lakh to 2 lakh, 2 lakh to 3 lakh, and it will convert all the milk into curd. In this way curd is produced. Curd or dahi is also known as yogurt. Scientific name is yogurt. What is the importance of this curd? Curd helps in the digestion of food. Means curd produce those bacteria in our stomach which is needed for digestion. That means it produce those bacteria in the stomach which are needed for digestion. Someone asks you how curd is useful. It helps in digestion by producing bacteria that is helpful in digestion. It also helps in the production of vitamin B in the body. Curd also help in the production of vitamin B in the body. This is the second use of curd, and this is the first use of curd. So first use is help in digestion, second use is help in the production of vitamin D. This can also be asked as a question, how curd is useful to us and how curd is produced. This can be asked. Means in industries this curd or dahi is prepared by adding lactobacillus to milk. This we already know. First of what means, if you want to produce a cheese, paneer, you have to first curdle the milk. If you want to produce a cheese, first you have to make the curd from the milk. Then in industry some more bacteria are added to curd to make the cheese. So are you getting this point? In first step they will take milk, okay, and they will convert it into curd, and in curd they will add some bacteria, then cheese will be made. So in this way cheese is being made. Okay, so second, how microorganisms help in the production of food? They also help in the making of bread in baking industry. How? Means in baking industry what they take atta, see, and they add sugar, warm water, they mix them. Then they add a yeast which is a microorganism. And what this yeast do? This yeast, that means what it will do, when they have added atta, sugar, warm water, what is prepared? A dough is prepared. What is like a dough? Your mom in the evening time, she prepares rotis. Before rotis, a kind of one thing you note in the prant, that is dough. Means from the dough only your mom does the pedas, na? This mixture of atta, sugar, water, yeast, what the result is? Dough. Dough has been prepared. That means they have taken a mixture of atta, sugar, warm water, yeast, and they have left it for half hour. Then what will be produced? Dough will be produced. Then this dough is placed in warm environment for 2 to 3 hours. What will happen? The dough will rise in size. Suppose they have placed this much size of dough. After 3 hours, the size of dough is going to increase. How the size has increased? You know that you have added atta, sugar, warm water and yeast. Yeast is a microorganism. And you know that sugar is present in the dough. Yeast will break the sugar. What will be formed? Alcohol will be formed. Carbon dioxide will be formed. And this process is known as fermentation. That means the fermentation is a process in which yeast is breaking sugar to produce alcohol and carbon dioxide. This is a fermentation. This gas, it has been released. That means gas has been released. This gas will pass through the holes of this dough. When it is passing through the holes of dough, it will make it fluffy, soft and fluffy. That means the carbon dioxide, it helps in increasing the size of this dough. like this. Okay, this means carbon dioxide, when it is escaping through the holes of dough na, the bread rises inside and becomes soft and fluffy. Soft and fluffy. This is a concept of soft and fluffy. You are able to compress the bread na. This is a fluffy concept. Fluffy means it has increased in size. Soft means you are able to press it. And heat, that is being means in that process heat is also being used na, it will evaporate the alcohol. All the alcohol will get evaporated and the dough will become soft and fluffy. You have taken atta, sugar, warm water and added yeast. Yeast will break the sugar and release alcohol and carbon dioxide. What are you doing now when you are adding yeast to a sugar and you are also giving it a warm environment? And yeast is breaking sugar to produce alcohol, carbon dioxide. This heat will evaporate the alcohol, means all the alcohol will go to the space, but the carbon dioxide, it will leave the holes of this dough. It will try to leave the hole through the holes of this dough. When it is leaving through the holes of this dough na, it will make it soft and fluffy. Fluffy is this, soft is this. It will make it soft and fluffy. The carbon dioxide leaves through the holes of the dough and it will become soft and fluffy. This is the concept. In this way, bread is made in the industry. They take atta, they take warm water, they add sugar, they add yeast. Yeast break sugar. They provide heat to the mixture. Yeast break the sugar, release alcohol, carbon dioxide. This is known as fermentation. Make it as a question. What is fermentation? All the alcohol evaporate, but the carbon dioxide leave through the holes of dough, and dough rise in size. It becomes soft and fluffy. This is a concept how means breads are made in the baking industry. So next concept is making idli, dosa and dhokla. Idli and dosa, how they are prepared? First of all, a person will take a mixture of dal and a rice. That means that have been grounded to very small pieces. They will take a mixture of dal and a rice. Okay, what will they do? They will take a mixture and they will means leave it for some time. Means what they are doing in the industry now. First step, they are taking a mixture of dal and a rice, and they will leave it undisturbed for some time, for few hours. Okay, like this. What they will do now, they will add some yeast also to this mixture of dal and rice, and they will leave it in the open for some time. Fermentation will take place. Okay, and mixture will increase in size and become sour. Sour means khatta. So it will become soft and fluffy. In this way, what this mixture will become? It will become idli and this dosa only. Okay. Okay, now this is a concept. They are taking a mixture of dal and a rice, and they are adding some yeast. Fermentation will take place. The mixture rises, becomes this idli or dosa, and so also. So this is a concept of this dokla. Idli, dosa and dokla. It is used in Gujarat. Manufacture of alcohol and alcoholic drinks. You know that yeast is breaking the sugar and releasing alcohol and carbon dioxide. This process is known as fermentation. And when fermentation takes place, alcohol is also produced. Okay. They will take sugar, warm water, and they will add yeast, and they will keep the mixture in warm place for 4 to 5 hours. What is produced? Alcohol is produced due to fermentation. That means sugar is being used. What kind of sugar is being used? On that base, beer and wine is formed. If yeast is breaking the sugar present in grapes, wine is produced. If yeast is breaking the sugar present in barley, beer is produced. So if the sugar present in barley is broken by the yeast, beer will be produced. If the sugar present in grapes will be broken by yeast, wine will be produced. So this is a concept. Other uses of microorganisms in the food industry. So some weeds, unwanted plants. Some seaweeds are found in China and Japan, and they provide potassium and iodine to the human beings. So this is a concept. So they are the microorganisms. They are used as a source of food. Seaweeds, some seaweeds, they are found in China and Japan. Then they provide a source of potassium and iodine to the human beings, and they are used as a food. From algae, scientists are getting a substance whose name is algin, and this algin is used to thick the food such as ice cream and jellies. So algae is used to provide algin, and algin is used to thick the food such as ice cream and jellies. And some seaweeds, we also treat them as microorganisms. They are used as a food in China and Japan, and they provide potassium and iodine. So these some other uses of microorganisms in the food industry. So here we are compiling our lecture because it's already gone too far. In the next lecture we will study next. So now your homework part is there. Note down your homework, page number 33, A3rd, A4th and A5th. A4th and A5th. Page number 34, D3rd and D4th. Only 4 questions for today. You will get that questions on lesson plan. Hope you enjoyed today's lecture. Thank you very much.